if they're trying to make contact with a child, they'll try to make themselves appear as something that's non-threatening to that child. So that child eventually opens up and accepts them as a friend, again, opening up the door and allowing them in.
Jason, greetings from Las Vegas.
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. And thank you for talking to me about your new series on Discovery Plus, the Amityville Horror House. And I got to tell you, Jason, I was 12 years old when um, I saw the Amityville Horror. And there's very few things from my childhood that gave me so many sleepless nights. I had an active imagination. Also, everywhere I went, there was a copy of the book on people's bookshelves when I was a kid. The legacy continues to this day. I mean, this is truly an American horror story.
Well, it really is. And of course, we do need to take into consideration that the sadness of it all with Ronald DeFeo back in November 13th, 1974, shooting and killing 6 members of his family late at night, making claims that a demon told him to do it, and as well as multiple other claims throughout the years. And in December of 1975, when George and Kathy Lutz and their 3 children moved in, of course, they stayed there 28 days before leaving, claiming that they were being terrorized by paranormal activity and feeling threatened for their lives, that they were going to lose their lives. So the book terrifying, the movie terrifying, and George throughout the years has made when he was alive, made claims that things were embellished, of course, but that it was still just as terrifying as they claimed. So it's one of those cases where I wish, of course, that I had gotten my hands on being able to investigate firsthand, because we go in looking for real explanations. Over 80% of all claims we believe can be disproved. But in a home that had that much tragedy that quickly, the energy could be trapped within an object of the home or a rock in the foundation for all we know. So possibility for there to be some sort of negative energy is higher than a house that has never had that kind of tragedy.
Demon possession, demon attacks, and a portal hell they claim that was inside the house. I'm surprised that the church didn't help.
Well, I think at that point, by that time, that all those claims had really come out. It was already, everybody had already left the home and everything else. There is talk that the priest came by and initially tried to help out and so forth, but when it comes down to the church, we do a lot of cases for law enforcement, but also religious organizations, because we go in and write up preliminary reports on so-called possessions and demonic type haunts, which over 80%, 99% of those can be chalked up to something else. But it takes a lot before the church gets involved. You need to, there's a whole series of things that need to happen prior to that. And it's just, I don't think there was enough time to do that. And sometimes it does take an excessive amount of time before the church can get involved.
And the house exists today, and I've understood that over the years, owners had to change the appearance, change the address, because it's a popular tourist attraction.
Yeah, and I believe they actually just recently changed the address of the property as well, because they were having it was listed as 112 Ocean Ave. And a bunch of the people who've lived there since have claimed that they've never had any paranormal activity happen. So it makes you wonder if these events really did happen. Was it more due to the children being in the home, or certain individual being in the home, or some sort of a lot of times negative type activity happens where there's everything from drug abuse, alcohol abuse, physical abuse, and things of that nature. So was something there during that time fueling the activity or not? It's tough, and not sure we'll ever know the answers to it. But I mean, this documentary, I think people will really enjoy, whether you're a believer, skeptic, somewhere in between, because we get into the whole history of it. And it's exclusive to Discovery Plus, which launches on January 4th. But I mean, they've got 3,000 plus hours of paranormal genre, as well as endless other shows that cover the whole Discovery networks.
Well, Jason, thank you again for talking to me today. The Amityville Horror House now streaming on the brand new Discovery Plus. Thank you again, and good luck with the series.
Thank you. You too.